About a week ago, I asked the community what their thoughts are on the next biggest innovative idea for NFTs. Hey, how's it going guys? My name's Daniel, aka HashLips, and welcome back to my channel. So, when we talk about NFTs, most people associate this technology with art, Bored Apes, CryptoPunks, Sketchy Ape Book Club, and so on. But there's a lot more that we can discuss, and today we're going to be doing that for this emerging technology. What other possibilities are there for the NFT space? For us all to be on the same page, let's understand that an NFT is simply a digital way of proving ownership. It's a digital asset that can be owned by someone. And if we take that bare, core principle, we can open our whole world up to new possibilities. So let's start off by looking at the feedback on this tweet from last week. I said, let me know in the comments what you think is the next big innovative idea for NFTs in our everyday lives. Looking at the feedback, we can see here from Comfort Creatures, books, healthcare records, UBI, DAOs, educational records, democratic voting tokens, and so on. We can see there's a theme here about recording data. And that is crucial because that can absolutely happen on the blockchain. I personally think that these are great use cases for the blockchain. Although we can't store huge amount of data on the blockchain, we can make use of decentralized storage mechanisms like IPFS and then link it back to a contract where we can prove ownership of this record to an address. This is totally viable, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see blockchain being integrated into these use cases pretty soon. Comfort Creatures goes on by saying 3D printing, you don't just own a pair of Ray-Bans, for example, you own the model, and if they break, you can reprint them or something. That's actually cool because you can prove that you own that asset. And if you sell it, maybe you have to transfer that ownership as well. Primate's Board Club over here mentions receipts. Now, that's an interesting one because yes, it's records, but it's purchase records. Now, I know that in the news and for a while now, the word CBDCs have been going around, which is central bank digital currencies, which banks are trying to implement to make a digital currency, right? Well, what this means is that if stuff is running on the blockchain, it is there forever. The history is recorded. I highly recommend reading up more about CBDCs, but the concept of implementing blockchain in the financial system in the real world, Web 2, so to speak, is really interesting, as well as, could automate a lot of processes. Think about taxation. That could just be smooth. Whether that's good or bad, that's not for me to decide, but I just want to point out that this is totally viable. Calvin from Crypto Broncos are saying that their project wants to, use audited contracts and make sure that this is a safe environment, basically cleaning up the NFT space, which is fantastic. Mornay Boyson over here says, people need to first realize its value doesn't lie in the actual pictures. And yes, I agree. The real value of NFTs lie in the underlying technology. The fact that we can prove that someone owns something as a digital asset, it could be linked to a real world asset as well. But it just so happens to be that art is the most prevalent in the NFT space right now. And this is the whole point of this video, to explore other areas where we can be using NFTs to better our daily lives. James Lawrence over here mentions that NFTs could be used to raise money to clean up the ocean. And yes, I feel like that's already happening with a lot of projects out there. But this is a good one to mention because NFTs make it possible for communities to come together to fundraise some capital to do something good. And it's good to mention here as well that this is happening, but what a great use case, right? Getting to Patho's comment over here, he talks about dynamic NFTs and the possibility of having that as a rewardable token. Now, this is a cool concept, and I see that this is already starting to be done in the space, in the Web3 space, but something that's very interesting about this comment is the fact that we could create a token that changes and updates automatically. And on top of that, imagine that token being soul-bound, meaning that that token can never leave your wallet. In the case of this health app example, you can own an NFT that can never leave your wallet, making sure that you stay up to date and healthy to get those rewards. Very interesting idea that can spread across a wide variety of applications. Motleybots over here is mentioning the possibility of implementing NFTs in the music industry. Now that is happening right now, where artists kind of sell their NFTs as 10,000 collection, and that's what he's mentioning over here. But I think what he's referencing here is if a dApp gets popular enough so that it rewards both the artist as well as the listeners, the viewers, right? The community, which I think is a great idea, and who knows how that will play out. But the music industry has a big need for NFTs. I think this is going to be one of the biggest industries that adopts NFTs. Primates mentioning that this could replace barcodes, QR codes could be associated with NFTs. Again, that theme of recording data, having a history catalog for us to go through. Victor talking about a scam scanner inside wallets. Great idea as well. So many scams in the NFT space right now, which is going to, be combed out in some kind of way. Unfortunately, the space is very new, so a lot of innovation, but a lot of scams as well. Jaron talking about provenance, physical assets, very, very cool stuff from everyone here. And yeah, that's about it. Taxation, we talked about those things. So looking at the community's comments, I can clearly see that people understand the technology behind NFTs, right? It's not just associated with art. And once we break that barrier, the whole world can adopt this new emerging technology. At the end of the day, I do think as a community, we should have more conversations like these, because it shows the world the possibilities that we could have with this emerging technology. And like I said, this is cool stuff. If I've missed anything, let me know in the comments right now and give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy the content. I do want to mention that I just posted a tweet about 2 hours ago. And in this tweet, for the next video, I want to find out what is a cool metaverse project. Maybe you are working on a metaverse project that you want to showcase, or if you know about a cool metaverse that you want to talk about, let me know in the comments over here. We will discuss this in the next video. And that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching this with me today. And I love the conversations that comes from the community talking about this technology. I think NFTs are here to stay. And you know what? This is just brilliant to be in this space this early on. And yeah, I mean, we can just be grateful that people watching this video, knowing about NFTs, have an upper hand at what's to come in the coming years, right? So that's very exciting. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers for now.